Last week we finally get back to our boat. And this week we find out if we did the right thing to protect our boat for last winter. The big question, in or out of the water. And our Portofino update. We share a unique feature that allows easy lift outs wherever we are in the world. Also, join our Patreon guests for the great week that we had on Expedition Barefoot.
We are John and Ellie, the Barefoot Doctors. We lost our new Leopard 50 catamaran to fire, so we began our search for the perfect performance catamaran for sailing us around the world. Because life is better barefoot.
Okay guys, so we're back on the boat, still on the hard stand, lots of cleaning to do, but this is kind of the joys of boating. Having left the boat all winter, there's always something to do, and you've always got to clean it because it's been on the hard for so long. It's really dusty, and so that's what we're going to do now. This is the unglamorous side of boating that you don't really see often. You see the champagne and you see the cocktails on the back of the boat, but this is what you got to do to get there. So here we go, job number one.
This is the speed transducer, and although the boat was pressure cleaned, the pressure cleaning doesn't get into these small crevices, and it was still full of barnacles and crud, so it had to be scraped out. Okay, so we washed the top and the back of the boat yesterday with the hose, and we're going to wash the front of the boat today and the trampolines. But look at this mess. These are white normally, and look at the color of these trampolines. This is Sahara dust.
Always got to make a mess to clean up. Whew, we did make a mess. Stores are getting full again. Nice and packed. Still got to put a fair bit away.
It's so nice to be back, and look at that sunrise. Makes you almost think that you're on the water. You're still on the hard, but it's really nice to be back on the boat either way. And by this time in the morning it's nice and cool. In a few hours it's going to be sweltering hot again. We had left our car in storage in the Rhodes Marina under a car cover only. We left in such a hurry that we only disconnected the battery and did not organise to put it on a charger. So after 8 months of absence, we really expected the battery to be dead, and I'd already looked up the supplies to get a battery replaced here in Rhodes. The car cover looked in fairly good condition, so we took it off and the car looked fine underneath. I jumped in and turned to see if there was any light on the ignition, and there wasn't any. Isn't even a light. But then realised that the battery was disconnected. So I hopped out, reconnected the battery, and turned the key again, and got the surprise of my life.
Oh my God!
How'd you like that? Holy dooly! What was it? Holy dooly! It's 8 months, 8 full months.
It's been sitting
here. I disconnected the battery. I didn't have the battery on charge, and it started. That is amazing.
Hallelujah! That is absolutely unbelievable. But I tell you what, that's why we wanted a diesel, because they're so much hardier than petrol ones. Cheese balls.
So, Greek salad, look at how big that Greek salad is, and we've already had a whole heap on my plate and a whole heap on Elizabeth's plate. And look at this pork chop, chips and veggies.
And they squeeze lemon over top of everything. And it's just bizarre how gorgeous it tastes. And have a look at these. Now these are authentic Greek
black olives, and they are just to die for. Happy days.
Just bring the olive up to your mouth to show how big it is. So it's almost... It's huge.
It is.
That was a bit close. Too many wrinkles.
This is where we slept last night. Greece is stinking hot.
All right, folks, as we said, today is Splash Day, but the realities of Splash Day, we are here in Greece in Rhodes, and we're at the hard stand, which is A1 Marina, which has been absolutely fantastic. But what are the realities of putting the boat back in the water after we've wintered the boat?
Well, I mean, first of all, you got to make sure that you got to get the engines working. So you got to check the oil and the water and the filters. The water maker's been pickled, so I'm going to have to fix that up to get it working again, but can only do that when it's in the water. Obviously, we spent a couple of days cleaning the boat too. It was covered in dust from the Sahara. I took all the sails down apart from the mainsail inside and packed all the ropes away so they were out of the sun and out of the dust, as it turns out.
We took the sails down.
We took the sails down. So that'll all have to be re-rigged. I also pulled all the halyards up to the top of the mast, so they were inside the mast out of the sun with a little sacrificial 4mm line, so we have to pull the lines down again. We have to get customs and all that sort of Greek registration cruising permit stuff done. So it's called a tapai. You have to pay it every month that you're sailing in the water, and there's an online process, but it's a completely painful thing, and it always throws up error messages. We've done all the shopping.
We are fully stocked, probably a little overstocked, but we like to have lots of food on board. And we did get some extra wine because the wine's a bit expensive in Turkey and it's not really great quality anyway. So we got some extra wine and really we're ready to go.
As long as everything works. You know, you put the boat in the water and then you turn the engine and just cross, you know, is it going to go? After that, once the engines are running, I'm going to run them for a while just to make sure that the filters, the fuel filters aren't blocked or anything, because it'll run for 5 or 10 minutes. With blocked fuel filters and then cut out, and you want it to happen when you're in harbour tied up, not when you're halfway across the bay, or actually we're still driving into a marina at the other end.
He also wanted to climb up the mast and check all the rigging and that sort of thing.
There's an awful lot of stuff we need to do before we actually go.
I know there is.
Mostly my stuff. And it's really nice to be back on our own boat.
Yeah, it's so nice to be back. I had a perpetual smile on my face for the first 24 hours. So here we are. And so stay tuned with us, guys, because we're almost ready to splash. And we have the cranes or the hoists preparing to lift Expedition Barefoot up and into the water. All the ropes are prepared and fenders are prepared.
Honey, we have Richard Gere lifting the boat for us. Come and have a look.
What's happening behind us?
That is Expedition Barefoot being splashed today. Ooh, it's been such a long time.
I know.
And we're back in the middle of the summer in Greece.
Getting the keels wet.
Yeah, and we just cross fingers everything works, so we'll get in the water, check for leaks, turn on the engines, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Then it's just 1 or 2 other things to fix up, so it's actually functional. Sails, halyards, water maker, blah, blah, blah.
1 or 2 things.
Okay.
As we were lifting Expedition Barefoot back into the water on this travel lift, we reflected on how easy it will be for the Portofino to be put back into the water, wherever we are in the world. And here's why.
The Portofino 52 boasts a remarkable advantage with its strategic lifting points located at the 4 corners of the boat. This ingenious design permits effortless removal from the water, eliminating the need for specialised equipment such as travel lifts and spreader bars. The Portofino 52 can be hauled out of the water even in remote, less equipped areas with the simplicity of a standard crane. This convenience not only adds to the boat's versatility, but also makes an ideal choice for boating enthusiasts seeking adventure in remote locations.
Okay, you're going to carry me across the threshold?
So we'll run the engines for like 10 minutes. To protect the lines, I pulled up all the halyards to the top of the mast using this green line, and I tied all three together, but when I'm trying to pull it down, it is not coming down, so I've got to go up the mast to untangle the lines up there. This isn't a problem because I was going to go up the mast anyway to check the rigging at the top of the mast for this season. I think it's probably because of the carver hook is a little bit tricky. It doesn't run down very easily if the line coming in one direction is not at the right angles. The interesting thing though is because all the halyards are up the mast, I don't have a halyard to go up. So what I'm having to resort to is taking the topping lift, which is the rope that goes from the end of the boom to the top of the mast that holds the boom up. Green line, okay, starting to give way. Okay, there you go. Okay, so dirty ropes, but everything looks fine. Fittings are good. Those are all nice and tight.
John's going up the mast because there's some debris from wintering the boat. There he is, he's going up the mast. Up the mast there. Okay, so he's up the top of the mast. Now we've got to hoist the bucket up to him once he gets settled.
And look at all the mess on the deck after cleaning all that mud, Sahara dust off the shrouds, just lots. But better off and down here so we can wash it away. So the big question is, did we do the right thing by lifting the boat out of the water for such a long period of time? When we got back to the boat, it was covered in grime, the protective tarpaulins had been ripped apart by the winter storms, and the boom bag had been flapping, so had multiple holes in it. So let's look at the pros and cons of storing boats in or out of the water. Keeping the boat in the water is often cost effective and convenient since you can still use onboard facilities like sinks, toilets and generators. It is cheaper because you often don't have to lift the boat out the water, which is an added cost of several $1,000s. However, the disadvantages are that algae and barnacles continue to grow on your hull, you get erosion of your anodes, and also you get wear and tear on your mooring lines and fenders rub on the side of the boat. There is also an increased risk of collisions with other vessels during the winter and direct damage from storms. The benefits of storing the boat out of the water allows you to give the boat a good pressure clean as it comes out to get rid of all the algae and barnacles, and you can give it a new coat of anti-foul. Obviously, you avoid the risk of fender damage and mooring lines wearing out, and there is no risk of other neighbouring boats bumping into yours. The disadvantages of being out of the water are the added cost of the lift out, although in most countries the cost of storage per month should be cheaper out of the water, but this is not always the case. The other significant inconvenience is that you have to climb up and down the boat to get in and out, and if you're having to carry a lot of gear, this can be quite significant. The other reality of being in a shipyard with your boat out of the water is that is where lots of people are doing work on their boats. So the risk of contamination of your boat from neighbouring boats' work is significantly higher. The length of time you're going to be keeping your boat in storage is also a significant factor, because the preferable option for shorter term storage is in the water and for longer term storages is out of the water. So, all things considered on this occasion, we think we did the right thing. And after all that cleaning, Expedition Barefoot is shiny and clean and ready for her next adventure.
Expedition Barefoot welcomes 4 Patreons on board for a week of adventure in awesome Turkey.
So, welcome!
Doctor.
Woohoo!
Expedition Barefoot.
Under the expert guidance of Captain John, we embark on a hands-on sailing adventure, learning the ropes and gaining invaluable nautical wisdom.
Nice work, guys. Can we have a hell yeah?
Get it out.
What did you say?
When you set the sails, the simplest way of thinking of it is the front edge of the sail should be pointing the direction that the wind is blowing.
As a united crew, we distributed responsibilities and worked seamlessly together, each of us contributing to the success of the expedition.
Rick's first attempt, drum roll, pancake patrol. Can he do it? Going out. He's done it! He has done it! He inspired us the last time we're having what he had, which is strawberries, banana, chocolate, Nutella. I'm having fresh fruit with.
We savoured delicious meals together, forging bonds as we shared stories and experiences.
Let's go under the boat. Okay. Then we're on.
Everyone duck! We're going off to see Cleopatra's hammam. Nicely welcoming us back.
Watch these dirty marks, it's just like around the road.
Dude, duck. Right now we're off to the lagoon.
Our journey led us to incredible hidden gems where nature's wonders left us in awe and wonderment.
No doubt, you're the one that's swimming the rope out and swimming the chain back.
We delved into the rich history of the region, uncovering hidden tales of the past.
Go again.
Yeah. Can you do it 100 times more, please? Probably 2,000 times more. Than I'm gonna be able to do.
Yeah, that's why I use my finger.
And when exhaustion finally caught up with us, we found solace and peaceful moments at rest, recharging our batteries, ready for the adventures that await us. And here's to our Patreons. We want to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support of Tough Minds and our vital medical aid work. Your generosity is a cornerstone of our mission, enabling us to extend a helping hand to those in need across the globe. With your patronage, lives are saved, hope is restored, and communities are uplifted. From the bottom of our hearts, and on behalf of all of those lives that you have touched, we want to say a heartfelt thank you. Your kindness and commitment are making a real difference in the world, and we are profoundly grateful for your partnership in this life-saving journey, for being the heroes behind the scenes, and for believing in our cause and for making the world a better place.
Let it out. Yeah, all the way. No.
Nice breakfast together. Well, you look.
Make comments below and let us know what part of this adventure you would have really loved the most.
Hope that we'll meet up again sometime real soon.
We will. Blessings. Bye-bye.
Next week, we set sail to Turkey and find out it is so much better than people imagine.
Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like what we do, show us the love and hit the like button. Then hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on your regular fix. Then kick off your shoes and you can come barefoot with us.
All right.
The rest looks